What is up, YouTube? Long time no see again. Big Daddy J here, and I've got a haul video, as you can tell by the title, but a huge haul, massive haul video. Over the last, I guess, it's been months and months since I've done a haul video, so these are going to be movies that I've gotten probably over the last 4 months. I'm just going to go combine it into one large video. But as I'm going through each title, I won't take a whole lot of time up because it could be a terribly long video if I did that. So I'll just kind of briefly go through each one and see what you guys think. And yeah, let's go get started. First up, we have Reanimator, the Arrow Special Edition. Love this movie. Haven't watched it since I've bought this. Bought this probably 2 months ago, you know, around the first of the year. Found it out in the wild and had to get it. Got it for about 25 bucks, something like that, but well worth it. And yeah, so I've got Reanimator. I've got them in bags right now, all these movies, so let's see. Next one I've got is Steelbook of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Love this movie, nice 80s gems. I do like these steelbooks quite a bit. I've always been a pretty big fan of them. I'm sorry, that's my dog squeaking her toy around. Of course, she's going to start doing that when I'm trying to shoot a video. But Ferris Bueller's Day Off, nothing special inside the box, but it's your Blu-ray and your DVD. But thought this steelbook was really cool, and I got it for like less than $10, so thought that was neat. Of course, I had to pick up the Halloween Ends. Not a huge fan of this one. You know, it has its moments. I think it could have been better if it wasn't a Halloween movie, or if they would have started this storyline earlier in the trilogy. Didn't think it was a good story to cap off the trilogy anyway. So, but I'm gonna give it another watch. Like I said, I got the 4K edition. Got that Velcro. I thought this was really cool. Let's see if I can. There we go. Slip it out. See, it's not even, still in the plastic. So, but it'll definitely be getting it. Giving it another watch soon. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Had to pick this one up. I got this one before Christmas. Last year was the 40th anniversary of Wrath of Khan. All you Trekkies out there, this is my absolute all-time favorite Star Trek movie. Sometimes it's actually battles for my favorite movie of all time. It's always in my top 5, usually my top 2. Most of the time at number 1. This, Empire Strikes Back, and I have a few others. I'll do a top 10 all-time favorite movies one of these days on my channel. But Wrath of Khan, can't go wrong with it. Check it out. Next up, I have an upgrade. I had the DVD of Troy for the longest time, but I never had it on Blu-ray. I actually love this movie starring Brad Pitt. Thought it was great. I got it for like $5 used. So definitely was happy with that purchase. Needed an upgrade. Great movie. Next up, I have House 2. Actually, I think I might have gone out of order here, but I'm just picking them at random out of my bags here. But this is a funny, goofy horror comedy. Really like this one. I don't know if it's this one or the very first one I like better, but they're both great, I think. And speaking of, they were out of place, but I did pick up the first House as well. So both House 1 and House 2. I haven't ever seen part 3 and 4, so anybody in the comments below, let me know what you thought about those if you've seen it. Isley, chill. Go stop chewing your toys right when I'm doing this. Any other time is good, okay? Love you. But yeah, House 1, House 2, I think they're both excellent. Funny, a little spooky here and there, but good comedy horror in my opinion. Another upgrade, I had an upgrade from DVD, was Gladiator, starring Russell Crowe. One of my favorite movies by Russell Crowe. He's one of my favorite actors, but yeah, I just absolutely love this movie. But picked it up used for about $5. Got it at the same store that I found Troy. So great movie. Patton. I don't know if any of you are war movie fans out there. I actually like a good war movie, and this is a great movie. I grew up. My dad, remember him loving this movie, so I grew up watching it off and on, and grew to appreciate it as I got older a lot more. Didn't really care too much for it when I was a kid because to me it was a very long movie. But now I absolutely love this movie. George C. Scott, puts in his Oscar performance with this movie. So go check it out if you're a war movie fan. It's based on his true story about Patton and World War II. Next up, I have another upgrade, 3:10 to Yuma. Had it on DVD for the longest time. Figured I found it for like $3-4. The same place I found Troy and Gladiator. It's actually a place called Entertain Mart. So if anybody lives by one or ever heard of it, it's a good place to find good deals on some older movies. But yeah, 3:10 to Yuma, great Western starring Russell Crowe, Christian Bale, great cast, of course. Ben Foster's in it, I believe. And yeah, can't wait to watch this one again. It's been a few years, but it's a great one. Okay, I'm going to try to pull all three of these out at first because I went ahead and got all three of the Captain America movies. I had the first one on DVD, never got the other ones, but this is trying to get my MCU collection, at least the Phase 1, all done with, and I've got almost all of them now. So I've got all three Captain Americas. I still like the first one the best out of all three of these, though. Something about the World War II aesthetic, showing how he came to be Captain America, Steve Rogers. So yeah, but definitely all three of them are worth a watch. Next up, I have the classic The Burning. Sorry, my camera angle's kind of screwy. I'm trying to figure out my best lighting. So The Burning, but yeah, it's what can I say that hadn't been said? Everybody in the horror community knows about this classic. I think it's due for maybe a legacy sequel, possibly, maybe a remake. I don't know, but if not, then it's a classic on its own. It should have started a franchise, though. It was good enough to have. Cropsey, could have been an icon. He is actually an icon, just off one movie, horror icon, that is. But yeah, it could have done it would have been good to be in, started a franchise for sure. One of my all-time favorite horror movies, The Fog. I actually adore this movie. This is probably, I think it has to be my favorite John Carpenter movie. And then Halloween's a close second. But absolutely love this movie. Now, I had it on regular Blu-ray, but the Steelbook is really awesome. Could not pass this up. I love the artwork on it. Like I said earlier in the video, I love Steelbooks. Look how pretty that is. Oh, love, love, love it. I didn't get the other special edition. I mean, it's a 4K, but I didn't get the figure, Adrienne Barbeau's figure from this. I just got the Blu-ray 4K Blu-ray combo Steelbook. Yeah, but couldn't wait to get my hands on this. Now I have this, and I have the regular Blu-ray copy, which I will not get rid of. It's always nice to double dip, especially on movies that you love. So never can have enough Fog. Next up, I've got Uncle Buck, John Candy classic. Speaking of John Candy, I picked up also The Great Outdoors, featuring John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. What can you say? Two classics. Uncle Buck, of course, that was a huge, huge hit back in the late '80s. Yeah, it's a classic movie. But I actually like Great Outdoors a little bit better. Love this movie. Him and Dan Aykroyd had great chemistry, I thought. What a shame. Yeah, we just passed the anniversary of John Candy's death. Shoot, 29 years ago now. He's only 44 at the time, so heck, I'm older than what John Candy lived to be in his life. So, but yeah, he had some great movies. John Candy is a classic. He's an icon in my book. I love having his movies. I got to get a few more to complete my John Candy collection, but these are two big ones for me. Next up, Blazing Saddles. You can't make this movie anymore these days. That's for sure. I think it's an outstanding comedy. It's very funny. Funniest Western I've ever seen, period, hands down. There's not a whole lot of funny Westerns out there, but you got Gene Wilder, also Mel Brooks film, Cleavon Little playing the starring role as the sheriff. Great movie. Maybe older folks my age or older appreciate this movie as much as I do. Blazing Saddles. Okay. Escape from New York. Now, I picked up Escape from LA as well. I just have it upstairs and I didn't bring it down, but just know that I got that as well, so I've got both of them. Wish they could make a third one to have a nice little Escape From trilogy from John Carpenter and Kurt Russell. Would be nice. But we'll see if we get that one day. They're both pretty old and getting older now, so time's running out. Come on. Escape from New York. Great. Snake Plissken's a badass. Alright, got the movie Elvis. Haven't watched it since I've bought it, but I did watch it in the theaters. Thought it was great. I thought Austin Butler had an Oscar-worthy performance. Tom Hanks did good as the Colonel in it, and it was great. I know the director has his own style, but it really fit well with this movie, I thought. So yeah, go check it out if you haven't seen it. I'm pretty sure most of you guys have. But if you haven't, go check it out. Now I picked this up. I had it on Blu-ray, but it was in a special edition of the first Avatar. Still haven't seen the second one yet. Heard nothing but good things about it, but this is a classic for sure. I thought it was a great movie, but it comes in this like case, and it's got like 3 different versions of the film. I haven't watched it yet either, but as you can see, it's pretty cool looking. I mean, it's just, but yeah. Get that. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Stick it back in. Like I said, I'm trying to make this video as quick as possible because I'm already up at almost 10 minutes already, and I still got a ways to go. 4K of Train to Busan. Now, I was never really into foreign films. There's been a few over the years. It just, as I've gotten older, I guess I've appreciate them more, and I don't get so easily distracted with the, you know, subtitles and everything. And it's one of those movies. This one you can follow without really reading it and understand what's going on. But it's an outstanding movie from South Korea. I've seen Peninsula. Didn't like it as much as this one, but wasn't too bad. But absolutely love this one. I'm a big zombie person anyway, so. That's probably my favorite overall subgenre in horror is zombies. And so this one was an excellent instant classic in my opinion. Next up, speaking of John Candy, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This is great. Him and Steve Martin knocked it out of the park in this one. Great Thanksgiving holiday movie. Funny, emotional. It's just, I can't say enough about this movie. Love the movie. Another one I don't know if a whole lot of people have heard about, but it's King Ralph starring John Goodman. Came out like in 1990, and I haven't seen it since the early 90s. Found this the other day. I remember watching it as a kid, thought it was funny as hell. My dad liked it. I remember watching it. But yeah, and I also love these covers. Well, they have the VHS cover. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Always liked it. But yeah, King Ralph. But I'm not a big slipcover guy, but certain ones I will definitely keep, and these are ones that these retro type, whatever they call them, slip covers. I think they're cool as hell. Funny movie too. Go watch it. I had to pick this up. I only had it on VHS a long time ago, but Titanic, got it for like $10. I'm like, you know what? I need it in my collection. It's a classic, of course. Everybody knows Titanic. I'm not gonna go into depth about it. But yeah, I picked it up on the cheap. Another one, Disturbia, starring Shia LaBeouf. If you haven't seen this, go check it out. Like I said, I'm not gonna get into too many details about these movies because there's so many, but go check it out. It's very, very good. One of his best performances, I think. Cheech and Chong. The very first movie of Cheech and Chong. I think it's the funniest one too. Grew up watching them all the time. Yeah, there's like 4 of their movies that are amazing. So yeah, if any of you love the weed smoking, the pothead movies, then these are the original ones. You need to go out and check this out because it's so much fun, so funny, good 70s humor. And I got also movie Invincible, the true story, starring not about Mark Wahlberg, but true story of a guy that back in the late 70s, early 80s, tried out for the Philadelphia Eagles and actually made the team and played for a couple years in the NFL. So very inspiring story right there. All right, almost done. A couple more titles here. I can grab them and get them out of here. Actually, just 2 more titles. Let's see if I can. Well, I don't mind the price tag on this. This was a double. Got it for used, but mainly got it for the original Clash of Titans. I had it on DVD for the longest time. Didn't really care too much for the remake. It was okay. I grew up watching the original Clash of Titans from the early 80s. I love that movie. It's so much nostalgia in that movie for me. So that's the reason I picked this double feature up. So, and last but not least, I think, make sure, Saturday Night Fever. I had to pick this up. John Travolta, everybody knows that. It's a director's cut. Never watched, the director's cut. Haven't watched it in a while, but it's a classic. Takes you back to disco era. This made John Travolta a mega star, and the Bee Gees, iconic with the soundtrack to this movie. Disco cheesiness and dance moves, and it's a fun movie. Like I said, cheesy as hell, but cool soundtrack, funky little tunes in there. So, yeah, if you like that kind of stuff, go check it out. You're a John Travolta fan, it's one of his best. So yeah. Hey, it's me back. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being patient with me. I know I haven't put a lot of content out lately, but I'm getting everything back in order, and I'm going to have a video pretty soon, hopefully tomorrow, at least by this weekend, have it up and uploaded. My wife and I just went to the Cult Classic convention in Bastrop, Texas. That's actually where you see where I got this hat, at the gas station in Bastrop, Texas, where they filmed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, some of the scenes from the original. Picked this up there. That was a cool store. I have a little bit of footage from that. I might try to throw in there too, kind of piece that video together. But we got some merch from the convention, some autographs. Can't wait to show you guys. But yeah, so glad you liked this long-winded video. Probably stumbled over a little bit. Hope you understood everything. Stumbled over my words, this and that. Trying to get back into the YouTube game. But yeah, I think everything's gonna start picking up again. Everything's looking bright. And yeah, so like I said, love all you guys. Thank you for sticking with me. And as always, be blessed. Stay good with each other. And see you later. Big Daddy J out.